doing a little reading, Isolation Nation. Hey, great to be with you guys. Hi, this is Ben Gleib, and you're watching the Social Distancing Social Club. Can you believe this news? Crime. Sheriff asks for 13.7% increase. pretty amazing revelations in this tome. It's very exciting to be here, you guys. Normally at this point of the show, I would introduce the second leg of the four-legged tripod that makes up the quarantine, but I can't do that today. Why? Well, Steve couldn't be here on account of, I don't know, some fucking bullshit. I didn't listen, but the point is, be here today. And so what we're doing is we actually are a real tripod for once. Weird. We don't have an extra leg to help us with balance if we're drunk, and that's not ideal. We don't like it that way, but sometimes you make do with the hand you're dealt. And so I bring you now to the third, damn it, I see it's very hard without Steve. The third leg of the tripod. Steve Bowers, fuck, Chris. Chris Bowers.
Nice. Yeah, I think that when there's only three of us, we're a bipod. We're the three legs of a bipod. But I will say, Ben, so did Steve just give you all the junk he didn't want when he moved? Did you just get a whole pile of Steve stuff? Is that, or did you
bringing more of it over later today? So don't you worry.
It's your favorite day ever. It's like an estate sale, but nobody had to die. This is great.
No joke. Is that true? Because we have the Nowhere Comedy Club sign that you guys have seen in the Nowhere Comedy Club, and now I also just in my office randomly have this that used to be behind Steve. So
there you go. He's not gonna. That's not gonna be in the back of his Mustang as he travels around the world.
That would be incredible.
We should get his car wrapped. You ever get like those wraps? We should get it wrapped that says Nowhere Comedy Club on it. That would be hilarious.
Steve 100% should do that. That would be the most Hofstetter thing possible.
His license plate says text 484848.
How does he not have 484848 on the around of his Mustang wrap? That's brilliant.
Yeah, I think when he goes on the roads, he's gonna be traveling. We're gonna that's his going away present. We'll get his car wrapped.
Yes,
different social media and stuff. So as he drives around, he's a total eyesore, but people can find him online. That'd be perfect.
That is so funny.
He wouldn't get pulled over a lot at all. Rachel,
jacket, by the way, great.
No, I actually need to chime in here. I have his car. I'm taking his car when he's gone. So let's do this.
Oh, wow.
Don't tell him.
He comes back and we've wrapped it. Oh my god.
I thought he was driving around the country. He's not. Is he flying?
No, he is. He's getting like an SUV because he needs more room. That Mustang's trunk is this big.
Wow, crazy. I love this plan. This is great. Also, maybe can I store some of my stuff in there?
And it's an SUV.
Someone in his car that you're keeping.
No, I'm going to have the car. It'll be my car. It's my trunk.
Okay, I don't think you thought this through, Rachel, because if you roll around with vintage ladies, you get to go in the carpool lane.
That's fair. Can we stack them to make them look like just one tall, skinny vintage lady in my
100%.
All right.
Put a trench coat on it, which is hard to find vintage lady tiny trench coats, but I'm sure Ben has one somewhere.
I like a tall vintage. You know what I mean? I don't mind that at all.
I don't know what you mean.
I'm not sure that I do. I thought you would kind of fill in the gaps.
Like you haven't been this quarantine.
Anybody else good? There you go. He's not filling no gaps. You hear that, Carmel? I like it. We're starting off hot. Queen Rachel Burns. I like that a lot. We do not have an overnight.
Steve's not here.
What's that?
I'm just kidding. What's going on with the overnight?
We do not have an overnight game because because Saturday mornings come early. But we do have a fun game. Rachel, you want to introduce the game?
Yeah, sure. The game, since Steve is missing today, we're going to fuck him up a little bit. So we're going to Steve a movie or TV show. And it can be anything Steve related. It doesn't have to be his name. So it's like Red Pool, right?
Yes.
Or my personal one that I was saving to the end, the only game entry I had was The Big Dick Theory. I wouldn't know, you motherfuckers.
That was the theory that was disproven when Rachel dated Steve. Other examples could be all about Steve.
Yes.
There's lots of different
a few good Steves.
Yes.
Oh, that's too many Steves.
Yes, but keep in mind, it doesn't have to be just the word Steve. It can be really anything about
Any Steve related. So just any movie or TV show and make it Steve. I like
You've
it.
got email.
Speaking of the car thing, people are really into this. Bunce tipped the show and said for the car wrap. And then Cannabis Jones tipped as well and said, "Can Steve's car wrap also contain a link to my YouTube?"
Why not? I think it's a great idea. Oh, we should put all of our Patreons on the car wrap.
Ooh, that would be fun. But Taylor just said like sponsor like NASCAR. We just have a bunch of different ads on it we sell to people. I love
we're
that.
gonna sell it. Tip the show with what you would want on Steve's car.
Sober and confused would be another way to Steve a movie. Okay.
By the way, guys, I think also maybe I just thought of a pretty awesome different way to go with the wrap for Steve's car.
Oh my God. I mean, wraps are what, like $800? How much does it cost to wrap a car? It's not that expensive. It would be worth the joke because they can take it off, but it would definitely worth the joke that he gets home from the road and we've wrapped his car in Jay Leno's headlines.
The only thing is,
but if it's that much now, I'm more thinking about just color copies at Kinko's and like maybe super gluing them on there.
just maybe not super glue. I'm still
Temporary glue
responsible for any
Glue
damage.
stick. Glue stick.
It's like $2,000
Oh, is it that
Oh.
expensive?
for like a small,
damn.
small car.
Damn. Well, you know how they say that if you like you're not responsible for damage to a car that's smaller than a baseball size. You can throw a baseball size car.
That makes
Different prank, but it doesn't
You
work.
ever wreck a rental car, Ben, and then have to get it? I've wrecked a rental car twice and taken it to a body shop and had them fix it before I took it back.
What? Did you not get the insurance?
No, you never get the insurance. That's
No, you don't
terrible.
get the insurance. You don't get the insurance.
Oh,
What I
hold
did.
on.
What?
I had the insurance one time, and I was in France, and a rock dropped from a cliff and shattered the windshield, and I could still see out part of it, so I just took it back, and they just took it. I didn't have to do
Oh
anything.
yeah, you always get the insurance in France. That's for sure. Just not.
All right, fair.
That reminded me of two things I want to share real quick. One is it reminded me of one of the few times, in any relationship you get into arguments and they're very hard to prove that you're right. And so they just end up in arguments. But I was in Hawaii taking the road to Hana with my ex-girlfriend, and we had a rental car, and we would just stop by these random like waterfalls and things. And we stopped at this one random waterfall, and I'm like, we need to put the top on the convertible back on because somebody could easily break the windows. They know there's tourists around here. And she literally gets in a big fight with me. She's like, "You're being paranoid. That's ridiculous. We're in paradise. There's nobody around. There's no cars around. We're not putting the top on this car. You're being a ridiculous, paranoid person." And we get out of the car, and I'm like, "Please look at the ground." And there was shattered window glass right there by the spot. I was like, victorious.
Now, I do have to ask, Ben, how does putting the top up make them not break the windows?
Fuck, that's a good point. That's a really good point.
Like, if the top's down, they'll just steal your shit without breaking the windows, which saves you the cost of a broken window. But
So she was right in the argument then? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Much better, girlfriend. Look at this.
Love you, Carmel.
We love you, Carmel. See you soon.
Is that a caramel
You're the
macchiato?
only one I've ever cared about.
and
then
he
the
dated
other,
one of the top 100 hot women in FHM magazine. So I mean, the fact that you've only cared about her is really impressive. Nice.
damn
job.
correct. Right now I got the #1 hot woman in any magazine.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
What did you do? Just
you
what
just
did
have
you
to
do?
I'm trying to find some way to get laid. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out. And then the other one was I did a college gig once, and it was a complete nightmare. The gig was paying me $1,000. I flew around. I went to the middle of the country to Indiana to Ball State. I had to do a gig. I was on a middle seat and didn't sleep at all. It was a red eye. And I land there and I rent a car and I'm on zero sleep. And so I'm driving out of the rental car place. I feel a bump. I don't think about it out of the airport. And I'm driving. It's 5 a.m. It's just the sun's coming up on the highway going 80 miles an hour. And all of a sudden, both of my front tires shred. I had gone over the "Don't exit this way" spike.
Oh no! I thought you ran over a homeless guy. This is way worse.
and and so I pull off on the side of the road. I have to call AAA. They come, take me to a shop. I have to pay for 2 new tires on the car, on the rental car. That was $500. Now I'm only $500 up. I'm exhausted now. I'm barely keeping my eyes open. I drive onto another highway towards the school, and the speed limit went from like 70 to 50. Didn't see the sign. Get pulled over by a state trooper with a cowboy hat, and he gives me a speeding ticket for another $375. Plus, I had to pay an extra fee for the car. I ended up losing $150 to do this gig. It was a real bummer, but it was a good show at least. But it was.
See, I only lost $37,000 going to Ball State, so you're up on me. Well, why don't you introduce the audience, Ben, and we'll get this show going.
Sounds like a plan. VIP video front row. Lend us your faces and your smilings and your laughter. God, I got to start saying something cooler when I do that because it sounds really stupid. Frank Engels Nataro coming to us from work, it looks like. Goggles and mask, and he's also about to go swimming. He's got like a nose clip on. We've got Rob Lovick with us, everybody, with the outside vibes. Dan Graves, welcome back, Dan. We have got Jessica Keibel with us. Hello, Jess. Good to see you. I like that background. What is it? I don't know, but I like it.
Oh, wait, is that the H.R. Geiger Museum in Switzerland?
Yes, it is.
I've been there.
That's cool.
Wow.
Random, and I love it. We've got Jonathan S. coming to us with a Frankie Angles impression. This is wonderful. We've got Lindsey Brown coming to us with sunlight glistening her face. We've got Jan Skittles Johnson, sunlight behind her face, but still not backlit because she does magic stuff with the Skittles vibes. We've got Tina from New Zealand coming to show us from a Hobbit house, it looks like. And August Gus Walsh coming to us from one of his favorite Simpsons backgrounds. No, it's not Simpsons. You guys yell at me when I get that
It's
wrong.
Simpsons. Oh, it's Simpsons.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being with us. Great to have you here. It's going to be a fun show.
It is. We've got 2 great comics, both returning champions, both good friends of the show. Jarret Berenstein is here. Queen Jarret is here in a comedy capacity. What's up, Jarret? How you doing, buddy?
Doing well. How's it going? Thanks for having me back.
Excited you're here. We're excited you're here. And Rob Ryan is back with us. Rob,
Hey.
All right, coming to you live from a call center in India. So if you guys have questions, let me know.
Does it make Jarret feel bad that we clapped for Rob and not for
It
Jarret?
does. It does. I was trying to remember. I was like, that doesn't sound like what it sounded like for me. They brought it up for me.
That's because you're part of the family of the show, Jarret. That's why.
I'm already.
I clapped for Jarret.
That's
Thank you.
just be happy that they muted the booze.
The tech was too busy muting booze to applaud.
I said
Hands were
boo
too.
earns.
There was a Frenchman viewing you.
No, Jarret's so not used to it. He doesn't even know what it's called. He's never been viewed. He doesn't know how to say it. He's like, what's this viewing I've heard about?
I had a really bad show. The audience was viewing. Is that what you guys call it? No, it's never happened to me before. Viewing, right? That's what.
This Bew, right? They were saying Bew. Were they saying Bew? I don't know. It sounded like Bew.
Didn't
I
feel
was
good.
you.
I can see why you guys don't like doing shows because it's like, it's just the fear of that happening. Oh boy.
Whereas Bowers knows the word spelling so clearly, he sees it skywritten in his.
Yeah, I did a show so bad one time the crickets booed, which was weird. Right?
Speaking of crickets, why don't I just move on and break this up? And
Let's do it.
So we had Jess tip the show and said, Rachel, all I want is a proper cup of coffee made in a proper copper coffee pot. I may be off my dot, but I want a proper coffee in a proper copper pot. God damn it. Iron coffee pots and tin coffee pots. There are no use to me. If I can't have a proper cup of coffee in a proper copper coffee pot I'll have a cup of tea. You go, girl.
Well
Nice.
done. Very impressive.
Oh, Lord. We also had Technics tip the show and said, comedian raps own car. Comedian owns. I was too tongue twisted from before. Comedian owns wrapped car.
Wait, so you got the tongue twister by the coffee pot, copper coffee pot, perfect. But then you switch the words in owns wrapped car instead of wraps own car.
That's exactly what happened.
Does Zara prefer it or not when your tongue is twisted? I'm curious. Which one.
I was actually going to ask if your tongue has gotten stronger through this process. Do you have a stronger tongue now since when we started?
Yeah. We also had.
Called calisthenics.
Oh no. We also had Shaquille tip the show and said general, but I want more of a general fanfare from the Queen. Is that what he's looking for?
That does not count as fanfare.
There we go.
I don't... We also had, and I quite like this idea a lot.
That was like a Clint Eastwood glare you gave me right there. I love it. Rachel was literally like, "You're gonna play kazoo, punk?"
I'm supposed to be selling that, punk. You're gonna...
I'm not ever selling my Woodman. I'm not ever.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair.
Pocket zoo.
We also had, and I like this, I think everybody will too. So Dana tipped the show $100 and said, "Can we outrage Steve today by raising more money today while he's gone and then wrap his car?"
Yes. Yes. Feel free to leave. Thank you for the tip, Buns. Leave comments like "best show ever." Oh my God, how do you guys do it?
I thought we were gonna miss Steve. Turns out we didn't. That'd be a fun comment. Just put that on the social group.
Oh my God.
We also had last one coming in. Shirley, £2 for the wrap. Stream his reaction. Do it, please.
It would be
That'd be
great.
a way to fake cheap rap something. Maybe we can like.
I think we just, like you said, Kinkos, and then
Yeah.
just like.
No, I think we get it right. We do it the right way, guys. Let's just get it.
$2,000 power.
Yeah, but it's going to be worth it, man. Like I've always said, you can tell how much money you have by how much money you're willing to spend on a joke, right? Like one time we were at this, like I'm not going to spend $2,000, but if it was 200, we would do it for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
So like that's my point. We're just economy of scale. We need to get to someday if the maybe we'll get to a $2,000 level of a prank, but I'm at a $200 level. I used to be at a $20 level. Now I'm at 200. I'm doing a little better, but I'm not to 2,000. That's crazy, but weirder things have happened,
Saran wrap and Sharpies.
Oh,
Oh, that's a kind of a great idea.
Yeah.
That's
Does it
fun.
damage
And
the paint? Because again, I'm still on the hook for
Terrible idea.
this. No, I don't want to do it then.
also, you can.
Thanks,
you can
Jess.
no, but that means
Sorry,
Jess
Taylor.
has saran wrapped a car before and it did not go well.
I make shit. I could help you.
Pretty good. And you can take soap and write on car windows, and that comes out pretty easy.
Yeah.
That was
Is
an
Steve
apparent-
going to
Terrible
prom?
idea.
What is this?
Let's ask
That's
Steve
actually what we should
tomorrow.
do. We should soap his back window says just moved and tie a bunch of cans to the back of his truck and he has to drive that out of the city.
It's funny. Cannabis Jones just said, "You guys made $500 on selling junk." Sorry, Ben. In Ziploc bags yesterday. I think you can triple that for the wrap.
Wow, I think maybe Cannabis Jones, who I admired until this point, had his camera off
Oh my
yesterday
God,
because he clearly didn't see that this was what we auctioned off. It's not junk. This is dog is.
Hold on, Ben. If we could just stop with the junk for just 2 seconds. Jessica just tipped the show and said it's a start and gave us $500.
Wow.
Wow, thank you, Jen.
That's excellent. I love it.
Come on, guys.
I take back everything I've ever said about you, Jess.
I'll
Oh my
talk in
God.
action.
This bit is happening. This bit is
This
happening.
bit has to happen now.
I love when a bit gets legs, man. I remember when I first joked about not eating vegetables, and then 25 years later, I did it. So,
Well, hold on. What do we tell Steve when we raise all this money today? We can't have him rewatch
Tell them
it.
it's for the food bank.
Okay.
What's going on the car exactly? What text are we putting on there?
Oh.
All
we
of
gotta
Steve's
work on that.
social and his text list is what I'm thinking. Text Steve to blah blah blah, whatever the number is.
4848 to Steve Hofstetter. Yeah, and then like a link to his YouTube and all that stuff. It'll be great.
I really think
Something like
I think
over
it's-
500 million
our
views.
YouTubes make the joke a little better. Our YouTubes, our social media.
Oh, I get it. So we promote ourselves with Steve Carr, not
Yes.
not him.
Yeah.
That actually would be. It would be funner if we spent the money on the rap and didn't promote Steve at all. That actually would fucking drive him crazy.
Yes. And maybe we like shout Steve out by putting that shot of him with the vest.
And hold on, this is perfect timing. Steve just texted me and said he's clearly not watching, but he said, "Do you want to say that I tipped the show $5 and said I'm also watching the show better this way? I'm also enjoying the show better this way. If you think it's funny." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's so funny. I'm gonna totally do that."
Oh, poor Steve. This is why you guys broke up. Are we caught up?
No, we're not caught up. We also had, there's a lot coming in. So we had Technics tipped $2 and said it's the best SDSC episode. Yes, how do you guys do it? Bunce tipped $5. Steve would really hate Glad rap. And then Peter Amsel, $20. Wrap it up.
Actually, what about this? I've got a new idea. What if we wrapped his car in the Air Canada logo? How funny would that be?
There we go.
The Air Canada Mobile, brought to you by Steve Hofstetter.
The back just says Steve loves Air Canada. Oh god damn, that'd be so funny.
Gotta be a way we can wrap it for cheaper than $2,000. I'm sure we can do it.
Hey, do any of our fans have like a car business
Wrapping
place
station?
in
Is that what you're saying?
Los Angeles, California, or somewhere? I'll drive. I've got a
But
car.
also, when does Steve get to experience this? Just when he comes back from his trip and like?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be gone a few months. But I've got the car. Well, like the car's around for another year, so we've got some time.
I think
Okay.
we wrap it and then we just take pictures of you driving it around the city, and that's what we.
Oh, I
troll.
don't.
But no, we put Judy in a chicken costume. Put her in the front seat, and then take pictures.
I can put on my Steve costume from the 100th episode, the vest and the beard, and we have Judy in the passenger seat, and we have Chicken Guy in the back seat. We just go around town. We commit a bunch of crimes, steal shit. Just fuck with Steve's reputation a little bit.
You don't have to stop for red lights when you're a ginger.
I already done enough red stuff in my life, officer. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, we have so much coming in.
Oh, Could we turn the car into Steve? Can we get for
Just the headlights are his glasses.
Yeah.
A trans Hofstetter, a Steve Former.
I love how you didn't say trans Hofstetter. You went to Steve Farmer because the other one has other connotations.
I did say that one first, and I had realized I had to change that.
Yeah, no, that was a good catch.
It was a good pivot. We had Gus tip $25. Tell Steve it's for the children. Let's do this. And
By
then-
the way, Rachel also is a Steve Former.
Steve Farmer.
I hate this joke so much.
Less than meets the eye.
And then Colleen Hansen, $50. I just learned today that I'm at a $50 level for a really good joke, especially if it's against Steve. Hold on, and I've got more. Kim Stewart, $25 for the rap. And then Dana, $400, best episode ever. Who was that Steve guy?
We're gonna get this done. We're gonna get this done on this show.
She's gonna regret. Oh, I'm gonna go on a show with John Cleese.
I think we can wrap it before he leaves. Doesn't he leave on Monday? Let's see if we can get it wrapped Monday morning. We show up to.
I pick up the car. Yeah, I take it tomorrow. So maybe.
All right, we need a rap guy that works on Sundays. Let me work on this. I can figure this
Alright.
out. Let's go.
We
No,
also
it's gotta
had,
be. It can't be before Monday. It's gotta be when he comes back because he has to be stuck with driving it for a couple weeks at least. That's the whole.
Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah,
I
I don't
agree.
want to try this for like.
Solid point. Solid point. All right.
We also had.
And just on the down low, we're gonna slowly keep designing the perfect rap.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, we could wrap his rental car, make him drive that around. An
Guarantee.
SUV, so there's more space.
No, within 4 minutes, Steve's gonna figure out what I've done. Is I've contacted the place, and we've got a new rental car. I told him this is an accident, and I've gotten now 8 credits for free rental cars in the future. It won't work. I have to be my own car.
I can see that. Yeah. All right.
All right, let's. So Cannabis Jones tipped and said Air Cannabis, and then Shaquille $2. We can fill up Steve's car with all of Ben's junk.
Yes.
Guys, we're gonna have to find a new word for that, okay? We're gonna have to
Garbage, trash,
Trash.
detritus, waste of space, unrecyclables.
Junk is fine.
You know what you remind me of, Ben? Did you ever see, I think it was an Amazing Stories, like that 80s TV show. And the first one, this little kid, this old guy says, never throw anything away. And he lives his whole life with all this junk in his room. And then when he's 80, he gets to sell his Superman 1 comic book for like $900,000 and it all works out. I think you're that kid. I think that's what's happening.
I mean,
You probably could
my
have put
love of
a
random
bag of
things.
your stuff went for $250 yesterday, and it fucking made everything make sense. Like your
Yep,
whole life
and-
came together.
And because I had a bunch of worthless Don Mattingly cards, Jeff Dye dropped off the one that's worth something. So I mean, this really started to work out lately.
Dude, we fail forward, me and you both. That's our motto. Fail forward, baby. We caught up yet, Rachel?
No, not yet.
Oh,
So
God.
Daniel Graves tipped the show and said for the food bank. Nikki tipped the show and said Air Canada wrap. And then a good segue, Matt Beto, thank you, Matt, tipped each comedian $10 for Jarret and Rob. They aren't a wrap, but they can eat a wrap with this.
Nice.
We should have a video of me and Rob eating wraps and then pair that with the video of Steve discovering his car wrapped.
And Ben
then
should write a
me
rap
rapping.
about the whole situation.
Yes,
That would work.
I will rap about it.
Rachel's tortilla.
We're gonna
Yeah,
need
in my
multiple
tortilla.
cars.
All right, let's get to the comic.
All right, we're right now. You know him as Queen Jarret. We love him. Jarret Berenstein, everybody. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so great to be back here on the Social Distance Social Club, where we get to look into the apartments of everybody who is watching the show. One time I was doing a Zoom show, and I saw a guy turn off his camera during my set, and then like 5 minutes later, I heard him flush the toilet. And the best part is that happened right after a punchline, so it sounded like a reaction to the joke. Like when he hears a joke he loves, he just shits his brains out. You know. I've also done a few outdoor shows here in quarantine at a show at a drive-in movie theater where the audience was like all in their cars and they would honk instead of laughing. And now whenever I hear honking, I just always assume that those people were at the show and are still laughing at my joke. I'm just driving like a giant asshole, cutting people off, shouting out my window like, "Thank you so much! Oh my god! So glad you liked my set. That's so great." And then a cop turns on his sirens, and I'm like, "A standing ovation! Oh my god! That's so sweet. I better pull over so I can take a selfie with this fan of mine." I got a friend who recently told me that he's pansexual, and he told me that he is mostly attracted to women, but that to him personality is the most important thing. He's open to being involved with someone of any gender because who that person is more important. And I find that so interesting, and I wonder if that kind of flexibility exists in other parts of the sexual spectrum. Like, are there pedophiles who are like, I'm mainly attracted to children, but if the right adult came along, you know, I would be open to it. I'm not going to close my heart off to an adult just because they weren't born in the right year or whatever, you know. Age is just a number, you know. I could see myself with an adult, with the right adults, you know. So what? So what if we're from the same generation and we like the same music and our careers are in the same place? I am willing to look past all of that if the spark is there. It may or may not shock you to learn that my friends all describe me as extremely chill. They say extremely chill. I'm so chill that they use the word extreme, which is like the least chill word there is. They're like, Jarret is fucking hardcore chill. That dude is fucking violently chill. It is a crime against humanity how chill that dude is. My friends actually had an intervention to let me know that I was being too chill. They all got together in a room to tell me how my lack of emotion and how I don't have how the lack of affect in my face is it's hurting them. And I was like, okay. Yeah, that's cool. I wasn't always this chill. I actually studied with some very laid-back monks in Thailand. I went there, and they were like, to reach a state of total chill, you will have to meditate in silence for years. And I was like, whatever. And then they sent me home because they had nothing left to teach me. People think that because I'm chill that automatically means that I'm confident. Like I don't have insecurities. But that's not true. I have insecurities. I'm just extremely chill about my insecurities. Like if I haven't heard from someone in a long time, I become convinced that they must secretly be mad at me. But I'm chill about it. I'm like, I think Aaron hates me right now, and that's fine. That's his journey. I'm very into politics. I'm a Democrat. I cannot wait to vote for Biden. And as a Democrat from New York, I get annoyed when people talk about the liberal coastal elites. Like we're all just a bunch of snooty rich people, as though there are no working class people who live in New York. And in fact, one of the reasons why I moved to New York is because I love hearing working class people say progressive things. That's the best part about living in New York. You walk down the street past a construction site, you hear the dulcet sounds of progressive construction workers like, hey, is yous gonna vote for Biden, Harris, or does you not believe in climate change? It wasn't my first choice. I liked Warren's economic plan. I like Buttigieg, but he's not for the Green New Deal. Yeah, but he's young, and it's time for generational change in Washington. Plus he's gay. And representation is important, so. All right, that's my time. Thanks so much, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
You guys have been great.
Tip jar is open. You can Venmo at the top left or whatever Steve usually says. All right, great job, man. That was
You can Venmo top left, or you can PayPal us at sdscshow.com. What else does he say?
big penis. Other stuff like that, I think.
Top left, or you can send in a super chat on YouTube.
Yes.
None of us listen to Steve, really, huh?
You have discovered the secrets to being on the road with him. You just kind of have to tune in. I didn't think that was as mean as what you guys said.
Really
yeah, but we're his friends.
Really fucking mean, dude.
That
I
was
can't believe
too far.
that we're gonna put that quote on the car.
No, I will say, Jarret, the level of difficulty on that pedophile joke was very good. The fact that you landed that backflip, those are hard jokes to make, and you did it in a way that it was funny. It was great. It was awesome.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. I was actually on the
a pedophile. Yeah.
I'm saying it's hard to make pedophilia funny, and I think he did it.
On the podcast that Rob and I do, Is This Anything? That was like the big thing that we discussed. Was on the show we talk about the new jokes that we're working on. And I brought this joke to these guys, and I was like, I feel like the word pedophile is such a nuclear bomb, and they helped me structure the joke in a way where we could sort of like get into the funny part as quickly as possible so that it didn't stop people from listening entirely. Yeah.
Well, and I think, it was great. So I'm going to listen to this podcast now. I didn't realize
we were
pedophile
get
jokes
into it,
there.
man.
Now,
Awesome.
that's
We brought a couple of kids on, and they were like, "Is this cool? Is this alright?" It's good.
Rob, did you grow that beard after this episode of the pedophile podcast? Or that a coincidence?
Side-eye from Jarret. I was like, I'm gonna.
That's a full beard, Rob. I haven't seen that. That's new, right? You didn't.
Thank you. Yeah, this is new, man.
This looks good. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I mean, I'm no you. Look at this. You got the little thing.
I've had a beard 10 years, but
look at the three of us, this beard collective here.
I know,
this
right?
is fucking GQ.
I grew a beard as a joke because Daryl Lennox told Tom Simmons that only white guys with beards got Comedy Central specials. So Tom Simmons grew a beard to fuck with Daryl Lennox, and I grew a beard to fuck with Tom Simmons, and then I never fucking shaved again because it changed my whole life.
And your comedy specials were great. And your Comedy Central specials, all of them, were so good.
Oh,
No, that hurts. That hurts.
Oh.
You're making Steve feel bad. Now you're hurting me in the heart. I mean, you know.
Damn, that's fucking
Yeah.
cold.
As my mom would say, why aren't you more successful? I don't know, Mother. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. And she says it out of love. She's not mad. She like watches my stuff. She goes, you know, I just don't get it. Why aren't you more successful? I'm like, fuck, I don't know.
My mom says the same thing, but she just doesn't get my material. She's like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh.
Well,
I have
my
a
mom,
very-
if she comes to a show, the only rule is she's not allowed to stand up in the middle of the set and go, "That's not how it happened."
She super
I have-
chats this show just to say those things.
I have a very like overly supportive Jewish mother, and it's the opposite for me. I literally send a tweet. She's like, "You're at the top of success in this business. It's incredible." And I'm like, "Mom, I got 2 retweets, and nobody cares." You're doing it. You're so impressive to us. It's unbelievable. I'm like, "Mom, please. This is too much support. You're sapping my motivation to do better."
My favorite I think I've ever heard, Zan Afterhide is a very funny comic, and she was after a show one time. I might have told this show before, but after a show one time, this woman comes up and she says, "Okay, my daughter, her dream is to be a stand-up comic. So is there anything I can do to help her?" And Zan goes, "Well, the first thing you do is stop giving a fuck about her dreams." No one's ever been funny if their parents cared about their dreams. That's so fucking perfect. All right, Rach, we got anything coming in for Jarret?
We do. What if I said no? Wouldn't that have been awkward?
That would have been rough.
Actually, because it takes a second to catch up. So, like in the beginning, we would just go right to the tips, and she'd be like, "Nope, we're good." So now we banter for a bit, so people can catch up and give us some tips.
I appreciate you explaining that. So Technics tipped and said, "Jarret, honk honk, great set, princess, as always."
That sounds like he's catcalling me.
I like your
set,
progressive
princess.
material, princess.
You can't do it to me, so then you get the brunt of it. All right. We also had, let's see, Kim Stewart, $10. Jarret, to buy yourself some emotions.
Ooh, that'll nice. I was missing $10. Now I can finally go out and buy Glee.
I don't know if you could afford Glee.
You might buy anger with $10. Glee
Yeah.
costs a little bit more.
But for $15, you can buy all of Gleib's things.
I have enough garbage in my house.
The word is junk.
Well, now we're back to junk.
That's purchasing remorse, Gleib.
Ron Gould tipped $5 and said, aggressively chill set, bro.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Jennifer Story, $5 for Jarret. You put the dude to shame.
Ooh, wow. High
Hey.
praise.
That's awesome.
Jonathan S. in our front row, $10. Actually, on second thought, split this between the comics. Jarret would probably be real chill about that.
That is, I want to be not chill about it so badly, but
I love when a joke backfires. That's so hilarious. Chill this, motherfucker.
Tom Turner, $5 Canadian, and sent siren emojis.
ooh, standing ovation. Thank you so much.
Peter Amsel, 10 Canadian. Jarret nailed the darkness.
Ooh.
Andrea Gordon, $5. And they said in 2020, we don't want to hear pedophilia jokes anymore. Well, they were apparently wrong. I'm dead.
Why did they have to put the word philia in pedophilia? It seems a little on the nose. That was too
You
much.
should have said on the nose.
Trying
You
to
should have
join
said on the
party
nose.
here.
But other than that, you're good.
What's that?
You shouldn't have said on the nose. That seemed extra creepy with the philia.
Doesn't that miss Steve being here?
Z Bunster tipped $10 and said, thanks, Jarret. I hope you're coming out with more Trumpies in the next few weeks.
Yeah. I mean, there might be hopefully there will be a deadline on when I can no longer make videos making fun of Donald Trump. And so I'm going to take advantage of every second that I have.
Next 4 years. Every second. Every second.
Hopefully it'll be the next 2 weeks, and then I don't know, maybe he'll run away to China or something to avoid prosecution. But yeah, I'll definitely squeeze out another couple before the election.
And then hopefully it's a lame yuck session for you over the next couple of months. Lame yucks, I'm standing by it. Standing by it.
That's how I feel
no
about
notes. No notes, Rob.
I saw your eyes regret that mid joke. Rob literally went, hopefully it'll be a lame
See, windows to the soul.
Rob, aren't you a professional poker player? I thought you'd have a better poker face than that. Jesus Christ.
It's my Joker face I've got to work on.
And that one you regretted just right after. I will show you his face right after you went, that's my Joker face I have to work on.
Wait, do you also have a tiny man bun in the back? What is the behind?
I do.
Wait, let's see that, please.
Look at this Steven
my
Seagal
God.
from Under Siege look. You were killing it,
there.
bro.
Rob is coming out of
I
quarantine,
prefer-
his hottest version of himself.
I prefer Heath Ledger in The Patriot. That's my.
Yeah,
that's
no,
what I
I'll give you
want.
that one. Did the haircut come with bongos?
Hey. Hey, Dan, look at Dan. He's got put me to shame.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean-
you call that a ponytail?
Wow. We just cut to you mid, like, flowing touch of your own.
That's not a man bun. That's a man baguette.
Holy moly.
Nice work. All right, Rach, catch us up so we can get to fucking.
All right. So we also had for Jarret $5 from Colleen. For Jarret, because I didn't know that a pedo joke would actually be funny.
See?
Oh, thank you so much.
And then Sean Ehrlich, I said $10. I missed your set because I was watching John Cleese. I assume you were just as funny, so I'm tipping accordingly.
We actually traded sets today because we wanted to make sure that the audience didn't miss it. And so we basically just did the exact same show, so you didn't miss anything. Don't worry about it.
And Sean, you did miss a lot earlier on in the show. Let's see. We also had Don Mellon tip $20 to each comedian, and then $20 for the rap.
Nice.
Ah, nice.
Thanks, Don. Rob Lavick at our live audience tipped $50 for the wrap. Imagine what the car can be auctioned off for, having been wrapped for a year, and I still want to wrap his luggage with fuck Air Canada.
This is awesome.
We also had,
I'm
Frank
Steve
Navarro-
Hofstetter, and I put the can in Air Canada. I don't really know what I even mean by that exactly.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a sexual reference or if you're like you're Barack Obama that we can. I don't know.
I
Rach?
didn't
Are
think
you
it
okay?
through that much.
Okay.
That's just karma for how much you made fun of Rob for making bad jokes. You knew the next one was going to be terrible. It had to be. That's how it works.
Frankie Notaro tipped the show and said, I say that you send Judy to Ben, who takes joke picture being inappropriate with Judy, and then Ben texts it to Steve saying Carmel can't hear about this.
Guys, it turns out Carmel's deaf. I just realized what the problem is. Never heard. Any of the hints.
And then let's see, one more thing came through. Okay, Shaquille tipped $5 for Jarret. Absence of Steve brings the best out of all comedians.
Thank you.
Wow.
Wait, no.
It's because Steve is such a great comedian. When he's not around, we have a chance finally to shine. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And we're caught up.
And we're caught up. All right. Coming up next, and this is, I didn't mention this earlier, but this is the Is This Anything podcast takeover day, which Jarret's part of that. And your next comic is also on the show, along with Capfer that was here last week. And we're going to have Brett Druck on tomorrow. So that's the takeover. So Yeah, whatever next day we have. Sorry. What's the next day? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, yes. Tuesday, sorry. But coming up right now with his ponytail, Rob Ryan, everybody.
Hey, thank you. That's right. For the next 5 minutes, it will be me. So,
Lord.
Ben, you save your criticism of my shitty jokes for just 5 minutes, and then you can have at me. It's going to be good to mention that if we do turn Steve's am I unstable here? Okay, cool.
You are unstable.
If we do turn, all right, am I back now? It just happened.
You're back now.
Oh,
You were
gosh.
unstable. You've always been unstable, but you kind of broke.
If we do turn Steve's car into a transformer, can we call it Secret Optimus Prime? That's my. Yeah, I'm excited. I got my absentee ballot here. I've not mailed it yet because I am absentee-minded, but I'll get to it eventually. This has been an interesting time in the pandemic for me because all of my friends think that it's okay to act like they're busy again. I don't know what that's about. I'll call them up and be like, hey, man, you got a minute? Like, yeah, I don't know right now. And I'm like, nothing's changed since March. You're just as free as you ever were. I don't know why you're acting. They can start dodging my calls again. I don't really enjoy that. It is October, which is my favorite time of year. I love Halloween. I'm really bummed that we're not going to really have a nice Halloween this year. I live in New York City. I usually love going to haunted houses, but it sucks because in New York City, there are no haunted houses. There are like haunted one-bedroom flexes. But usually the scariest thing about that is that the toilet's in the kitchen and you're like, oh God, this is horrifying. It's really, I actually went to a legitimate haunted house in New York City, and what they do is they'll put up this plywood and they make you kind of like walk this dumb little maze. And it's really annoying because there's like 15 random rooms and it's all different. And I like theme. Like I want to go to like an insane asylum where everyone's crazy, or like, you know, a house and everybody died and they're all ghosts or something. But no, in New York City, you just walk through and in one room, there's like a butcher and he's just like chopping up people's body parts. And you're like, okay. And then you go to another room and there's just a chick who just screams all the time. That's just her thing. You're like, all right. Then you go to another room and there's just a clown. And then at the end, there's like a guy with a chainsaw. And that's just a big suspension of disbelief for me. Like, what am I supposed to buy here? That they all just co-signed a lease? Like, is that the story here? Are all these guys just on Craigslist? One of them is like, I'm a mental patient. Another guy's like, that's great because I carry this chainsaw all the time. And boy, is it hard finding roomies. I know this chick who screams a lot. It's annoying, but she cooks. So I miss it. I miss going to the movies. You know, I know we're playing the Steve movie game for this show, so that's fun. I wish I could go to the movies again. My favorite part about going to movies recently has been going to see movie previews for superhero movies with friends of mine who are comic book nerds. I don't read comics at all because whenever I see it's like I'm watching two previews. I get whatever I get on the screen and then I get updated by my friend about what's really going on. I'm just sitting there enjoying it. There's some guy in a blue shirt and he's like, that's the Orbiter. We like him. And I'm like, oh, okay. Cool. I am on board. And he's like, he's got a decoder. There's all these little secrets and Easter eggs for him that he gets. He's like looking at, oh, that guy's wearing a gold ring. Looks like they're going to be introducing Krong this movie. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's a pretty big deal. Like, all right, okay. Yeah, man, I miss Halloween, miss movies. I love it, man. I don't know if you guys have any suggestions for me about what I should get dressed up as. I love getting dressed up. I miss it. When I was a kid, I used to do it all the time. I was like a drama kid. I was in drama club. I had my drama friends. But also as a kid, my mom was like an alcoholic and I had this broken home situation. So I was also a trauma kid and I had my trauma friends and I was in the trauma club. So in school with my drama friends, we'd all like sing all the words to Rent. And then with my trauma friends, they'd be like, we're getting evicted. And I'm like, oh God, that's... but it's fun though, right? There's like singing and dancing. It's like, no, that's not what's going on. Actually, last thing I wanted to say, because before I get out of here was that I had an idea. I don't think that there are enough sequels to songs. I think there should be more sequels to songs like, hey, whatever happened to Jude? Like, I think that would be a fun thing. And I wanted to say that just as a suggestion, maybe to SDSC for a future game. So song sequels, as many as you guys can come up with. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing.
I like it. Rob Ryan, everybody. Rob Ryan. Tip jar is open. Top left corner of your Venmo, blah, blah, blah.
Top right.
I know.
Top right.
Top right is the Venmo, or you can PayPal your tips to Rob at sdscshow.com, or super chat us, or do the hards and the straws.
Thanks for being professional, Ben.
Welcome.
Rob, I saw a meme the other day that said journalism kids are just drama kids that couldn't sing. I thought that was as a yearbook editor, I thought that was hilarious.
I think that's great. That's
I love the new trend in online journalism, quote unquote, where they will just like take whatever video is going viral, like even like the opening sketch of SNL, and they'll just embed the player from YouTube, and then they'll say in the sketch tonight, and they'll just quote all the good parts of the video you're about to watch, and that's their story. It's like, just post a fucking link. It's like you're not writing an article here.
Right. Well, the thing I hate the most is when it's all tweets, like, so-and-so, and then it's just what other people tweeted about that story. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about what people on Twitter said. Give me some information. Jesus
And they embed the tweet and then also put the text of the tweet under it. Like,
oh, yeah, no, that's the worst. Yeah. The only thing worse than that is that I'm in a low-carb lose weight club or whatever, and some people put the before picture on the left. The after picture on the left and the before picture on the right, and it drives me fucking insane. The before picture goes on the left, goddammit. That's just a fucking thing. Like, you can't put a before picture on the goddamn right.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's
Like,
exactly like...
What the fuck? This is
Yes, 100%. It's exactly like, also, like, I understand it's contracts and Hollywood egos, but every time there's a movie starring two fucking people, and it's like Robert De Niro and Scarlett Johansson, and the billboard has Robert and then Scarlett, and then the names are Scarlett and Robert above the wrong fucking person. It's like, put it in the... That's not Scarlett Johansson. I've never had fantasies about Robert De Niro.
I don't believe you.
That's fair. Jerk enough to me? You jerk enough? Nobody
Come on,
else.
these tits. Come on, these tits. These tits, you gonna come on? Come on, these tits.
A little bit, just a little bit, not too much cum.
A little bit.
A little bit. Name that movie in the comments. Scarlett Johansson and Robert De Niro.
Rach, what we got coming in?
All right, so we've got Z Bunster tipped Rob $10 and said, "Great set, and I love your seasonal home decor."
Yeah, just one string of leaves. Just the rest of his apartment is completely bare. There's nothing on the walls. There's no pictures. He has one little thing of leaves.
And it's up there year round. Actually, I just turn the corner when I have a different season. So there are my Christmas lights. Oh. Every wall is a different season.
Oh my gosh.
We also had tech next to Canadian Rob for your Joker face and struggle bun fund.
Struggle bun. That's the best thing I've ever heard. It's a struggle bun.
Oh my god.
Kim Stewart, $10. Great set, Rob. Tom Turner, $5 for your research on Jude and where she's been. We also had Technics to Canadian Rob for the song sequel FACT. Why not? And game.
That's a great game.
Why am I so confused with that one?
I don't know.
Maybe that is a song sequel idea. I'm not sure.
Say it one more time.
Rob, for the song sequel FACT, so fact, and he said why not, and game.
Why did you read the letters for fact and not all the other letters of
He
the
put
word?
it all in big capital letters.
I think he was just saying fact emphatically. I don't think you were supposed to spell
Were
it.
there
song
spaces
sequel fact.
or periods in between the letters?
There wasn't.
Yeah, so no. Just said fact.
No, I don't know.
Hey. Jared, you've done this job 4 times. Don't be criticizing Rachel's ability to read it, okay? That's
Just
our
saying I
job.
wouldn't have made that mistake. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna forget the tips here.
Rachel, you must have a tough time reading Trump's tweets.
Oh, looks like that's all we have.
Take that, struggle bun.
This I'm so sick of this Russia HOAX. What is that?
All right. Jan Johnson tipped $5 and said, "Great set, Rob." Jennifer Story, $5.
She
Nice
said
beard.
great set ROB.
Ooh.
She said great set ROB is what it actually
Rob. Capitalized. Cannabis Jones, $2 Canadian. Rear window equals. Oh, never mind. This is a general, so sorry about that, Rob. But
All
he
good.
wants the rear window to say "embrace the suck."
Okay.
All right. Andrea Gordon tipped Rob $5 and said, "Great set. I always look forward to your comedy, but after seeing that hairstyle, I'm also looking forward to your yoga classes."
Namaste.
Nah, I'm not gonna stay.
I
Sorry,
look,
but
I look more like I'm gonna do Zumba. I just feel like.
Ashley D.
I think it's great. You think there's a difference between yoga and Zumba? Like that's such a fucking.
There is a difference.
There's
I'd say it, I have no
gigantic
concept
difference.
of. I mean, you could say this. You look like a boxer. I have no fucking idea. I don't know anything about exercise.
But the bun jokes, you're like,
Oh, dude, into buns of all kinds. All right, Rachel.
All right. We also had Ashley D tip each comic $10 and said, "Hilarious sets. Thanks for doing the Is This Anything podcast. I look forward to it every week."
Oh, nice.
oh, that's so sweet of you.
Stephen Burks, £5 for Rob. Now you can join Llama Club.
Wait, somebody in the chat just said that Jude is a dude. Is that real?
I thought it was a dude.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I'm thinking maybe that's what happened to her. She became a dude, which is pretty impressive. That's cool. But
No,
you're
it's-
saying she's always a dude.
Jude is Jacob Dylan.
It's a
Who's
dude, right?
Jacob Dylan?
Mm-hmm.
It's named after Jacob Dylan, Bob Dylan's son,
Oh,
and they called him Jude when he was a kid. And
So the answer is yes. It's a boy.
correct, it's a boy.
There's your
Glad we
answer.
cleared that up.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sorry
was-
for sharing a non-comedic fact. I'll never do that again.
I thought it was hey Jules originally, and then it got changed to Jude. I thought there was
Right.
something in there too.
Yep, yep.
We also had Peter Amsel, 10 Canadian. Rob, great set. This may be the best show ever.
No context, thank you.
And then we're caught up.
All right. Well, let's
Yay.
play this crazy game. Let's do it. Let's Steve some shit up.
So excited for this game.
Yeah, it looks fun.
All right. So the game today is make Steve a movie or TV show. Just put something Steve into that. These are the unpaid entries. Front row, if you guys want to play the game, please raise your blue hand in the participants window, or I'll call on you. The first one, I have 2. Marissa Francis had the Red Fellas. And then Neon Park had the Shawshank Redemption.
Nice.
All right, and so Rob and Jarret, these are the ones that we're going to be voting on, starting with the front row. So if you guys can remember your favorite one. Sean Ehrlich, start us off.
So I have Steve Wars episode 5, The Heckler Strikes Back.
That was awesome. Also, you lost your bandana, so please go look for that. Oh, there we go.
There we go. All right,
Eureka.
cool. See?
Eureka.
Boom.
Jonathan S.
I have 2 as well. When he burns hecklers, it's Law and Order Steve Victim Unit.
I like that one.
And when he and Ben play a speed game, feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme, cool punnings.
Yes.
Nice.
Jess.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so after that, really? How about Memoir of an Egg on Steve's Desk? And instead of Spaceballs, space 484848. And how about No Country for Long Orange Dicks?
That's why Steve's about to travel for a bunch to find a place.
Places Dick can call home.
Tina from New Zealand.
I've got Don't Tell Mum the Babysitter's Steve Hofstetter.
Or Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's red.
I still know what Steve did last summer. And Steve got fingered.
Steve got fingered. It's great.
The main reason him and Rachel broke up.
Because Steve hates fun. Because Steve hates fun. We know that.
Freddie got fingered.
That was amazing. I have Dr. Heckler, Mr. Hyde. And that's all I got.
That's good.
Those are all the hands I see. If Rob, go ahead.
Yeah, will you read the one I just sent you?
Oh, let me look at the chat. Riff on baby, you can drive my car to baby, you can wrap my car. Baby, you can wrap my car.
I love it.
Anybody else in the front row? Wave at me. Nope. Okay, so these are the rest of the entries. We had Marissa, 4 hecklers in a funeral. Kim Stewart, 2.5 gingers. Kim Stewart, when Steve met Rachel, you bitch. Ron Gould, the hunt for Big Ginger Cocktober.
Why'd you change red in that? It should have been the hunt for Red Cocktober.
Funny too. Colleen Hansen, the 3 faces of Steve. Adam had Ginger and Heckler owning in Las Vegas. Tasha Whitman, Hofstetter 2, Heckler's Boo-Hoo.
That's good.
Natalie Renee, Monty Python and the Holy Frail.
Or the Holy Pail.
The Holy Pail.
Oh, that's a good one too. Tasha Whitman, riding in cars with Brett and Jarret and Muggleton. Tom Turner,
AKA riding in cars with goys.
Tom Turner had Under Steve 2, Dark Territory. Andrea Gordon had a couple. Hofstetter's List. What can I say? The man loves a list. And Andrea Gordon, Blow, and other activities Steve hasn't experienced in the last 9 months. Those are all of them.
All right, well, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I like Law and Order Steve Victim Unit. I like Don't Tell Mom that Steve Hofstetter's a babysitter. But I think I gotta go with Steve Got Fingered is my favorite one first. That is my vote. Is Steve Got Fingered. Rob, what's your favorite one?
I like the Don't Tell Mama. That one's a nice little guttural laugh from me.
All right. Don't Tell Mom Steve Hofstetter's the babysitter. Or the babysitter's Steve Hofstetter. I love that. What was your vote, Jarret?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna split the vote. My favorite was the hunt for Orange Cocktober.
All right. Rachel.
Oh, I liked SVU. I liked the Cocktober, the Hofstetter List. Goddamn. The babysitter one I thought was my favorite, and then followed up with Steve got fingered. I'm gonna give it to that one.
Ben.
I loved the SVU one. I loved Cocktober, but my vote goes to Tesha's Hofstetter 2 Heckler's Boo Hoo.
All right. Well, I think that's 2 for babysitter, right? Because that was Jarrett's and Rachel's, right? No.
No, Rob.
Mine was fingered.
Oh, so it's fingered.
Yeah,
Two votes
so
for fingered.
Oh, 2 for fingered.
Steve
All
got
right.
fingered.
Yeah.
Steve got fingered one. All right. Well, good.
Two
I was
fingered.
hoping that would win. All right.
Email us on the website. You go to sdscshow.com and you can collect your prize.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are so good at that.
Well, hey, we all know our own roles, but we haven't really ever had to do the other one. I didn't ever think Steve would leave us, so I never practiced. But it's okay.
How many do you have? How many do you have, Rachel?
I only had that one I did earlier. So
Oh, okay. Bowers, do you have any?
I don't. Rob, Jarrett, you got any?
Yeah, well, I've got the 1992 crime film Hofstetter. And then followed up with a nice kids movie, Teenage Mutant Ginger Turtles.
That's good.
I would watch that. You got any, Jarrett?
They're all Raphael.
I do. Let's see here. Orange is the new black. Don't have to change anything. Schindler's email list. Dr. Hofstetter or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love Bombing. And lastly, Raging Bullshit.
He is not chill. You are right, Jarrett. He's the opposite of Jarrett.
Taylor
Ben.
has one. Taylor.
Okay.
Little Miss Sunburn.
That's what he should name his daughter one day. I have a bunch of them, if I may.
Go for it. We love it.
All right. We've got Promoting in the Rain. We've got Some Like It Hawked. Wrapped Car Driver. The Silence of the Blow-Up Dolls. 12 Angry Men leaving Steve's audience after he yelled at them. 2001 Emails, a Steve Odyssey. Dr. Rachelove, How I Learned to Stop Dating My Co-Host and Start Loving the Calm. Lawrence of Arabia, playing this Saturday at the Roxy. Tom Hanks in No Rest, No Hump. Lord of the Wings. Because he burned them. Anyway, Saturday Night Business Plans. Buffer the Zoom Call Slayer. Redwood. Full title, Red Floppy Skinny Stretchy Wood. Curb your natural responses during my shows or I will destroy you. Bow, 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 bow. The classic American sitcom I Love Judy. Fargo, to do 247 shows in independently booked venues around the planet. Friday Night Lights, on to finish more business plans. Instead of Sex in the City, Steve and the Texting. Orange is the New Lack of Companionship. And finally, It's Always Hoffy in Perth, Australia. Or
All right, nice job. That was good. I think we did it. We made it through an episode without Steve. We don't have Lita here because she's also drawn John Cleese. Anything catch up on, Rachel, before we?
Yeah, we do. So we had Colleen tip the show $10 and said, at the Ask Us Everything with Steve Hofstetter and Dan Muggleton Patreon only show tonight, my Zoom background will be an SDSC logo with best show ever.
Yes.
Surf Taylor approves.
Kim Stewart tipped $10. Rachel, I feel like part of the gang now that you called me a bitch. Didn't flip you off yet, though, Kim. So work harder. And Buns tipped the show $5. There's no episode but this episode. I'm in a lot of trouble. We're caught up.
All right, very cool. I do have to ask, Rob, what is the goal with the ponytail? Is it just a fun thing you're doing right now, or are you actually trying to like become a ponytail guy?
No, just because the hair keeps on getting longer on top and then also down here, but I haven't gotten a haircut, so it just starts to just splay out, and it makes me
So
look
you don't want to look like a hockey player, so you'd look like a. All right, that makes sense. All right, it's a solid choice. Where do we find you in social media, buddy? How do we find you out in the world?
You can find me at Rob Ryan Rocks, and as we mentioned earlier, I'm also co-host of the podcast Is This Anything with Jarret Berenstein.
Very
and I got one more movie, Eternal Sunburn of the Freckle Behind.
Damn it, I was trying so hard.
That was really good. All right, we'll see you next time, Rob. We appreciate it. Jarret, where do we find you at, buddy?
I just pictured Steve as the Copper Tone Girl, by the way.
New promo pic for Steve. Gotta do it. I am everywhere at Jarret Berenstein, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. My Twitter is just Jarret, JUSTJARET. Catch me on the Is This Anything podcast, dropping every Monday.
Very cool. All right, buddy. I think we're going to see you. Is it Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
I am Racheling on Tuesday.
Yeah, you're going to Rachel on Tuesday. Nice work. All right, cool. Well, we'll see you then, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're there. Are we there? Did we do it?
Yeah. We got one more that came in. Cannabis Jones tipped the show and said the Ginger Gaffsby. Awesome. Well, fun episode, guys. Audience, it's a pleasure.
Thank
Love
you.
How much did we make for the car?
How close are we? Yeah.
I don't know yet, but we can announce it next. Oh, do we want to
No, we
announce
can't
it
announce
on the
it.
show?
I don't know. It's a big secret.
So it's
a lot.
probably.
We're probably there. We're probably close.
15 to close to 2, I would say.
Yeah, I'm going to call some rap
You gotta,
places.
you gotta just tell him it's okay if he needs a day off or two.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna figure this out.
All right. Well, thanks, audience. This was super fun, and we definitely are I'm gonna call a car rap place. This is gonna be hilarious. I'm very excited about this whole thing. It's gonna be so funny. He's gonna hate it so much. We will see you guys Tuesday. We love you. Rach, we'll see you Tuesday. No, we won't see you Tuesday.
Plugs, Bow. Plugs.
Oh, plugs. I forgot about plugs. Yes. At Bowers Comedy. Find my podcast, Dockheads, where you get podcasts. Ben, plug away.
Halloween night, spend it with me. We can't really go out trick-or-treating this year, so join me for a weird Halloween spectacular costume contest, prizes, weird randomness surprises at Nowhere Comedy Club on Halloween night. Get your tickets now at nowherecomedyclub.com.
Nice.
And yeah, I just want to say, so I'm moving on Tuesday, so Queen Jarrett's going to take over for me. I'm going to have Steve's car on Tuesday, so not my own car. So please don't, you guys, get any ideas and try and fuck with me just because I'm gone. I don't have anything to fuck with. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You just told comedians not to do something. Okay.
Yeah, that was a bad idea, Rach.
Doing even bit,
Fucked up. You told this room not to fuck with you. Okay,
if you
good
guys
job.
could make it the lowest tip show day ever, I might like that a little bit. All right, guys, I'll see you Wednesday.
All right. Love you, Rach. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Tuesday. And you know what? I was super hungover, and I don't think it showed. I think I fucking battled through it, so I'm proud of myself. I will see you guys on Tuesday.
Well done, brother. Thank you all for being here, and I just wanted to leave you with a few words of wisdom from one of the great sages of our time. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Very exciting. Very exciting. We've got here. We got some very interesting stories here.
Light.
We got the light already. Grandmother will babysit 205-year-old in her Stewart home. I'm sorry. What do you think she gets paid in milk bottles? In milk bottles. Very old lady. We'll see you again next time, and I'll just leave you with this. This gem right here, this gem. Americans are unlikely to give up eating during recession. You gotta eat. You gotta eat. A girl's gotta eat. Okay, thank you. We'll see you next time. That's a wrap. You get it?